Grass stains and scars were like badges of honor, or at the very least, a childhood spent outside. It's Saturday. I'm Akorn. Welcome back to Gen X and Millennial Memes, where we remembered a time when the world still had some common sense. If you'd like to help save the channel, please hit that like and subscribe and share the videos. Let's jump into today's show, starting with this week's pop quiz. What two Muppet characters are known for sitting in the balcony and heckling the show? Now, I would say that most all of us know these two characters, but do you know their names? If you think you do, drop it down in the comments and stay tuned because we'll have the answer later on in the show. When your little brother heard the snack wrapper and showed up out of nowhere. Kids rode countless miles in the back of trucks with camper shells. Heck, I'd say that most of us have rode many miles in the bed of a truck without a camper shell. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and you actually managed to live in the era of this great band. This is why they kept schools open when we were kids. Yeah, this and Wonder Bread bags. If you know what this is for, you're old. Well, this one looks like it's cobbled together pretty good, but as long as it's solid, should still be safe. Patience, please. Getting me a was my dad's bright idea. Thank you. I love the fact that they drew a picture of the shift knob rather than just writing stick shift or something. With that said, you should be going and thanking your dad. I'm getting to that age where it's considered rude to pull out a bottle of ibuprofen if you don't have enough for everyone. You know, if the stuff wasn't so ridiculously expensive these days, you could just take it and put it in a candy dish. They should make Flintstone-shaped Tums for all of us now. You would have thought that they would have figured this out by now, because I guarantee you, it would probably become a big seller. Back when we needed luggage to carry our playlist. Trying to read a text after 40. Either that, or you're trying to take a picture of a label so that you can blow it up on your phone until it's big enough that you can actually read it. How many of you guys have ever wanted to do this to your computer?
Before you give up on computers, try the computer you already know how to use. Take Macintosh out for a free overnight test drive.
As time marches on, I urge you to take care of yourself and avoid accidents, because spare parts for old models like you and I are no longer in stock. Share this video to other old models that you care about. Stranger Things. Kids didn't look like Mike in the 1980s. Me literally named Mike in the 80s. He really does look like Mike. The black charger I want, the black charger that I have. I heard a joke about Social Security, but you probably won't get it. Yeah, I've always known I wouldn't, because Congress stole it a long time ago. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Here's Rocky hugging a broccoli. Dick Van Dyke is now officially too old to play with Legos. Yep, that's true. They're only for ages 4 to 99. Was that the age limit at Toys R Us too? I need to get some of those mud flaps for my pickup truck. When you have to wear what your grandma made you. Boomers who talk about their glory days constantly are usually mourning something they'll never get back. Yeah, a time when having a decent life was still possible, and common sense was, well, still common. Time to break out those good old dishes for those holiday dinners. Yeah, at one point, my mom had an entire set of dishes that had the same pattern as those there in the back. Elmo's original voice sounded like a heavy chain smoker.
Hello, I'm Elmo. I want to play. Play with Oscar. Yes. Oscar!
What?
Come play. Yes. Hiya. Elmo wants to play a game with you now.
No,
please.
Elmo.
Oh, but Elmo likes games.
No
yes.
games. No games.
Yes.
Oh, come on, Elmo.
Please.
All right. Okay, we'll play a game.
Yeah, he kinda did, which was pretty fitting since his first appearances was in 1980, which I believe was several years before he was officially known as Elmo. 80s school clothes shopping trip. Don't forget Kmart. Got my tickets for the New Year's event. Yep, sure did. Stayed home and did nothing. Things we didn't do. Start the fire, shoot the deputy. Things we did do. Built the city, shot the sheriff. Things we want to do. Break free, hold your hand. Things we will do. Rock you, survive, anything for love. Things we won't do. That. I love driving in the winter because I pretend I'm flying the Millennium Falcon. I actually saw this meme or one similar to it a long time ago. And there was one night that I was driving and the snow was coming down pretty good. I had my brights on and I remembered that meme and thought it actually does look a lot like the Millennium Falcon in hyperdrive. Based on my Saturday morning cartoon education, there is either a coyote under that boulder or the paint on that tunnel is still wet. Here is one of the incredible edible egg commercials from 1978.
They're as fresh as the breeze.
Eggs come to you fresh every day.
Serve them any way you please.
Eggs are natural and economical, so keep enough on hand.
Nature made them nice and neat.
High in protein and only 80 calories each. Eggs are a natural wonder. For meals, snacks, appetizers, whatever.
All you do is heat and eat.
Eggs don't run out.
The incredible edible egg.
I was air drumming to Rush while at a stoplight this morning, but I lost a stick out the window. Had to switch my CD player to Def Leppard. That's just wrong. The reason that Gen X has bad backs is because we had 50 pounds of books in this puppy slung over one shoulder. They're not wrong. I still remember one year in high school where my locker was all the way at one end of the school and most of my classes, for some reason, was at the other end of the school. And they only gave us 5 minutes in between classes. So most of the time, I would just carry all of my books with me instead of trying to run from one end of the school to my locker at the other end and then turn around and have to run all the way back. Once upon a time when strawberries came in green baskets at the grocery store. I had a similar meme to this one back some time ago now on the show, and it was some of you that said that stores in your area still had these green baskets for strawberries. I haven't seen these in a very long time. Today's pop quiz question was, what two Muppet characters are known for sitting in the balcony and heckling the show? The answer is Statler and Waldorf. Share this video if your mom said she could make a Big Mac at home. If you're 35 plus, don't forget to nap today or we won't make it through midnight. I feel like taking a nap right now. If you're under a certain age, let me assure you, this apple pie was served at the surface temperature of the planet Mercury. It was at one time, but certainly not after that one woman who sued him over hot coffee. Growing up, if I said, "That's not fair," my mom would say, "Life's not fair," and that was the end of her TED Talk. When you're over 40 and they say just put a Band-Aid where it hurts, yeah, I don't think that's going to help any. Remember when we used to do prank calls growing up, and now the spam calls are tearing us up? Well, they're probably not as bad as they used to be. Don't get me wrong, I've blocked countless numbers. Of course, these days, blocking a number doesn't really stop anything. I think every time they call, their systems must have some way of just selecting phone numbers at random to display. Stranger Things Season 5 episode becomes series worst rated as Netflix's hit show nears controversial finale. Netflix's flagship series, Stranger Things, has encountered unprecedented viewer backlash, as an episode from its final season has earned the distinction of being the lowest rated installment in the show's entire run. I read most of this article, and they talk about the show in general, and about the Season 5, and they go on and on about what possible reasons it could be, until they finally get to the actual point of what it was really over. And it's like every other movie and TV show these days. They make sure to take it woke one way or the other. You gotta remember to get some Velveeta when you go to the store next time.
There's no single cheese like Velveeta.
'Cause Velveeta is more than one single cheese.
Like Colby, Swiss, and cheddar.
Blend it all together for a creamy taste that melts with ease. Velveeta processed cheese spread is so much fun. Lots of natural cheeses are better than one. Velveeta really knows how to please. You just can't stop till the very last drop. There's no single cheese like Velveeta.
Every PE teacher in the 90s. And I'll end today's show with this. A strange part of adulthood that no one talks about is we're all homesick for a place and time that no longer exists and that we can never revisit. Yeah, unfortunately, except for this show and in our memories. Before I go, a couple weeks ago I mentioned that I may move this series over to the second channel, and this is now the plan. Although it will still be several weeks at least, as there's some things that I'm currently working on, including a special show which will be the first of the new videos to drop on the second channel. I will have some more updates about this soon. I have brought back the link to the second channel, and I've dropped it down below in the video description. I'll drop it in a pinned comment also, if that's easier for you guys to find. I don't know which option is more accessible for most of you who are watching on TV. I don't have a regular TV, so I don't know how YouTube is laid out or how it works on a TV with just having a remote control. So please feel free to send in some feedback. I always appreciate your guys' input. With that said, this brings us to the end of today's show, but I'll see you guys back here on tomorrow's show. Until then, I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this weekend. This is Akorn, over and out.
Well, that's it for this season.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we hope to see you soon.
I also stuck.